What is up, Explainer fam, and welcome back.
We are jumping straight into the headlines today, and wow, it is a big one. But hey, before we kick things off, you know the drill. Do me a huge favor and smash that like button. It helps us out a ton. Okay, let's do this. All right, first up, let's talk about the case of the phantom governor. This all started during an appearance in the Oval Office this week, where a comment from President Trump had, well, pretty much everyone scratching their heads. So picture this. Trump is signing an executive order, and he casually mentions doing a favor for someone named Kristi Whitman. He then kind of corrects himself to Whitmer a second later. But here's the kicker. There's no Governor Kristi Whitman or Whitmer. So that leaves us all asking the big question. Who on earth is this governor he's talking about? Well, spoiler alert, she doesn't exist at all, which, only makes this whole thing even weirder. Okay, so if Governor Kristi Whitman isn't a real person, who is he actually trying to talk about? Well, reporters have been digging, and they've narrowed it down to 4 main possibilities. It looks like the name he used was a bit of a Frankenstein's monster, a mashup of a few different political figures. You've got Gretchen Whitmer, the governor of Michigan. Then there's Todd Whitman, who used to be the governor of New Jersey. You also have Kristi Noem, the governor of South Dakota. And rounding out the list is another former New Jersey governor, Chris Christie. So, how do we solve this puzzle? Well, believe it or not, the biggest clue might come from a fishtail. Seriously, a comment he made just moments later about the Great Lakes points us in one direction. He started talking about these invasive fish, calling them China carp, and how they're taking over your Great Lakes. Now, since Gretchen Whitmer is the governor of Michigan, a Great Lakes state, most people put 2 and 2 together and figured she was the one he was actually trying to name. And here's the thing, this whole name mix-up thing, it's not exactly a one-off. It's happened before, even with people in his own administration. Take Kristi Noem, for example, the governor of South Dakota. He once introduced her as Cristie Kerr, while she was literally standing right there on stage with him. Super awkward. And remember Chris Christie from that list of possibilities? Yeah, he was definitely on Trump's mind. Later in that same appearance, he dropped this little gem about his former rival. But the gaffes in that one appearance didn't just stop at names. Oh no, he also brought up a speech that apparently never even happened. So, here's the claim. Over the weekend, I'm making a speech. But the reality? When reporters checked his official schedule, there were no speeches listed for that weekend at all. And it's not just people and events. The recent fumbles have also moved into the world of geography, as in, where in the world are we? Just a couple of weeks back, he told reporters not once but twice that he was going to Russia on Friday. The only problem? His actual destination was Alaska. But maybe the most talked about moment involves his Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick. And you got to hear this one, because Lutnick was standing directly behind him at the time. So Trump is at this White House event, he's thanking Lutnick for being there, and he wraps up by saying, "Wherever you may be." And Lutnick, who's literally standing right over his shoulder, has to lean into the mic and just say, "I'm right behind you." And you can just imagine the surprise when Trump turns around and goes, "Oh, hey, fellas, I missed you." Needless to say, that clip went absolutely viral. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. We've got all these different moments. What does it all actually mean when you put them together? When you line them all up, you start to see a pattern, right? You've got the phantom governor, the whole China carp thing, the name mix-ups, the geography gaffes, and of course the case of the invisible cabinet member. This string of events has a lot of people asking a really important question. Are these just simple verbal slips, things that happen to anyone, or is it something more? It's a huge debate happening right now. And that's really where we want to bring you in. What's your take? What do you think is going on here? Seriously, let us know down in the comments. We read them all, and we really want to know what you think. Let's get a real conversation going. And hey, if you like this breakdown, please don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss what we're covering next. Thanks for hanging out, Explainer fam.